Hey everybody, this is Journey. This is going to be a topic that I know I wasn't going to even talk about. I wasn't going to even discuss about this disgusting, disgusting situation that is going on in one of the states in the United States. So far, I got home, hurried up, took a shower, and, you know, already having a crazy day in itself. But this discussion I'm going to be talking about, and it's going to be really quick. I might get judged for it. I might be, people might not like what I say, but technically it's the truth. Right now in Minneapolis, there is riots going in a certain area of that state. I've watched already, you know, two videos right now, two lives. Yesterday, I even saw the whole video or the clips or recording the video of the officer having his knee in the back of the guy's neck and the guy saying he can't breathe. To the police officers that have been involved with that situation, I could honestly say you should literally go to prison for the rest of your lives, because the guy wasn't fighting you. Sometimes today, now in these times of in the 2000s, the year 2000s and up, all of a sudden people wanted to hurry up, pull out their phone and videotape it, to record it. Okay, just to record it and say that they got proof. But what I'm seeing now is, why not let's just, now all of a sudden it's, let's destroy a city that you live in. Let's destroy all these stores. For what? For what? For what? I heard a girl that's doing this live said, "Oh, I would be frontline protesting." You could protest in front of the police station. Protest there. Protest there. Now all of a sudden I see it's saying Black Lives Matters. Um, Riots are getting worse, bullets, tear gas, looting against police officers. People always think and always want to go to the extreme. To the extreme. But the people that are destroying hotels, people's homes, people's jobs, businesses, stealing from hotels, businesses, and homes, it's okay. Oh, it's just perfectly fine. I've been reading comments after comments. One guy, I should put him on blast. I really want to put him on blast, but I'm not going to give him that satisfaction. And I feel disgusted on how he is thinking. And I hope he goes to prison for it because people don't understand. Everything gets recorded from your phone, goes on the internet, and guess what? You are considered a accomplice. You could be charged with some crimes. People don't think that. Honestly, if that would have happened here in probably this side of the world, we'll say Connecticut, New York, so on and so forth, we would have probably been, it wouldn't have been good, honestly. But we are smarter than what we think. The best way to do it is you protest, you do it the right way. You protest the right way. But we wouldn't destroy our city just because of the stupidity of what, 3 or 4 officers. You know, I'm seeing a lot of young kids going in there. Young kids thinking that's cool, destroying a city. But the person that's doing the recording on this particular video or this particular live goes, "Oh, why are they destroying the lady's house right there? Where's the police? Where's the police that, why aren't the fire department coming to put out the fire?" Wow. Wow. That's like a double-edged sword right there. You want to destroy stuff, but you want police, fire department to go in there and stop the people that are doing the bad. The people that are doing the bad stuff are not thinking about the safety of anybody else. They're only thinking about themselves because they want to destroy stuff. They want to feel cool. They want to feel popular. They want to tell their homeboys on the street, yo, I went to this hotel. Boom. I lit that whole thing up on fire. It went up and look at it, it's on the news. Oh, that's cool. Well, honestly, excuse my French when anybody hears this. That person is a fucking idiot. But of course, he's got his little, you know, followers that want to follow him. They want to do what he just did. And that's cool. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. That's stupidity, sickening. You're not worrying about the safety of anybody else. You're just not thinking about safety at all. I understand the guy died right then and there. He died. I saw the video. You hear the guy saying he can't breathe. He can't breathe. Well, obviously you can't breathe because you have that stupid ass cop with his knee in the back of your neck. I know. To his family, I am deeply sorry that that asshole took away your family member. I am sorry that the two other assholes didn't do absolutely nothing but just to worry about handcuffing him and not caring about what that officer's where the officer's knee was at in the back of his neck. They weren't worried about that. They were worried about putting him in handcuffs and that's it. But the other guy was putting on almost 200 pounds easy on the back of the guy's neck. And I'm sorry for that family. Honestly, if it's possible, I hope they get all three of them get the death penalty because they weren't protecting anything. They weren't following the rules. They weren't doing nothing. They had, how can I say? They had their own agenda to do something stupid. Possibly the police officer was racist. Be possible. But then here's another thing too. The people that are destroying and just being stupid. I hope yous go to jail. I hope the people that are doing recordings go to jail. The people that are putting comments of I'll give you two things that I'll just give two things that I've heard, and I'm just not going to go through the whole list of things I heard that make me disgusted. One of them was the guy actually said it because I heard it and I seen it. Why don't we burn people? Why don't we burn the police officers? That's what he said. Unalive. On somebody's live actually said it. I think that's disgusting. And I hope they catch that person for saying it. I hope he goes to prison for life. Another thing I saw was there's another thing that I saw on this particular live that we should burn everything down and show the police that it was wrong for them to do what they did. Really. So you destroy your city, possibly even the state itself, but yet you rather destroy, hello, but you would rather destroy your city that you lived in or live in. You're not worrying about the safety of others. You're just not. And now people want to say, "Oh, Black Lives Matter." Why don't we just stop all this racist stuff and just say all people's lives matter? You got to understand, people all around the world, people that see me and watch me. Let me just close this so people can see my face. Why don't we stop categorizing on what we are by the color of our skin? Let's stop it. Let's stop worrying about the race thing. You have to understand, the three officers, I don't care what race they were. I don't care. I don't care about anything of the race. And I'll tell you, I am half black, half white. Race doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you're Puerto Rican, black, white, um, an Iraqi, from Iraq or Pakistan, um, England. I don't care what you are, where you're from. I don't care about your races. If you do something wrong, you should get punished straight down the line, evenly. So the three officers were arrested, fast at that. And that's good. That's good. But people want to now say all police are bad and so on and so forth and yada, yada, yada. Let's stop going after the titles. Let's stop going after all this other nonsense. Let's go after the people that did it wrong. Let's go after the people now are probably going to go to prison and jail and so on and so forth because cameras don't lie. One thing. So now the people that are destroying stuff, guess what? You're going to be going to prison soon. And you are going to be crying to mommy or daddy or grandma saying, please bail me out. I made a mistake. No. The thugs want to do that stuff to prove a point. But you're not proving a point at all. You're really not. It's called procedures. There's 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 procedures. There's always procedures on every single thing around in this world. We have procedures to do what they have to do, right? Lawyers also. But why destroy a city? Why destroy people's homes? Why destroy the businesses? Did that have anything to do with the guy's death? The businesses had nothing to do with it, right? The businesses had nothing to do with it. The hotels didn't have nothing to do with it. People's homes had nothing to do with it. But what yous are doing are destroying your city for absolutely nothing. I cannot believe on the things that I saw and the things I've seen and things that I've been hearing about it. Disgusting. Just disgusting. Now, and the funny thing was, oh, oh, the police did this, police did that, and so on and so forth. But what about what the people did to the city? What about the people that destroyed the guy's name that died? That's how get justice? No, there's no justice. You're destroying businesses that had nothing to do with the death of this guy. But you want to take it out on the businesses, the hotels, other people's home, other people's property, just for fun? That is pitiful. That is disgusting. And you should just walk yourself to the jail to get arrested. You want to have, the guts to do what you were doing? Well, have the guts to walk to a police station and say everything that you have done and take your punishment like a man or a woman. Then I would respect you for that. That much. I'll give you that. Just that much respect. But you want to be a coward, have a mask on, burn a hotel that had nothing to do with that gentleman's death. Nothing. And all the gas stations and stores and homes that you destroyed, people's property, that had nothing to do with that gentleman's death. How did that gentleman die? Because of one officer putting probably about 200 pounds on his neck. Guy dies. That's the person that you should be pissed off at. That one individual. The other two individuals should be right along with him. That's three individuals that should be arrested, put in prison for life, pay a hell of a lot of fines. and possibly the death penalty. The rule should be you take a life of someone, doesn't matter who what that person is, what his professional, his title is. You take a life, you go to prison for life, and you go to death row. That's how it should be. I I just don't see the justice in burning down a hotel. Maybe there was even people in the hotel, but you don't think about them people. You don't think about those people that were maybe in that hotel or in that building or in the stores or whatever. You don't think about their safety. And what about their families? Because if those people died in the hotel or in the stores or anywhere because of their actions, no, they're not thinking about that. They're not thinking about the people's family. That's interesting. And it's sickening. So let's just destroy a whole city for what? Because of stupidity of three individuals that had the job title of a police officer, you know, being cops, police. It's the individual that was probably maybe racist, not trained correctly, or the title got to his head. Maybe he was in that title for too long, thinking that he could do whatever he wants to do. Well, they have a saying, if you think you cannot be in that particular title, you could go to your supervisor, hand them your badge, hand them your gun, and tell them the truth that you cannot handle the job no more. Nobody's going to hate you for it. Nobody's going to hate you for that at all. I would probably respect you more than doing something stupid like what you just did, putting almost 200 pounds on a gentleman's back of his neck. And then he tells you he can't breathe, and you ignore that. Sickening. I wasn't going to even talk about it, about this situation. I wasn't going to even, you know, even even think about it. But it's unbelievable on the things that I've seen and heard. And the young people nowadays think that it is okay to do what I saw. They think it's good to show that, oh, let me destroy a hotel or businesses or throw rocks at police officers or firefighters or EMTs. Let's throw stuff at them. And that's okay. You're talking about your justice. Your justice. Your justice. Your justice. If you didn't get into that situation, your justice would have been just perfectly fine. You would have been going on a normal day, a normal life. No, you wanted to be a follower, or you wanted to be one of those people to go down there and, oh, let me throw some rocks, or show them that I'm with them. It's all right. Let's go. Only Black Lives Matter. That's it. That's the only thing I saw was Black Lives Matter. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, all lives matter. What about the guy in Connecticut, 23 years old, murders people, a white gentleman, a white young, a white teenager, an adult, murders people, goes around through Connecticut stealing, you know, doing all this stuff. But you don't see people destroying the city because of him. That would be stupid. But wait a minute. Oh, I forgot, because he was not a police officer. Because he wasn't a police officer, let's forget about that. He's not a police officer. And he'll go to prison for life. He'll get his. But if he was a police officer, if he was a police officer, they would have been already protesting at the police station, so on and so forth. But I don't really think it would get to the point of burning down, but maybe like a 10-story hotel or gas stations. I don't see it. I just don't understand, where is the justice in that burning down stuff, destroying stuff. I don't see no justice. Remember, everybody, I am half black, half white. My father's black, my mother's white. Am I mad that the officer did what he did? Yeah, I'm mad. He should go to prison. He should pretty much probably get the death penalty, and the two other people, just as long, just right with them. But you don't see me running to, down the street and start burning stuff. What for? What's the point? Where's the justice in that? Where is the justice in that? What would have been happened, or what would have been justice or justified, was all of those people showing up and destroying everything. Why would you just go to maybe the guy's house if you knew him? If you knew him, even if you didn't know him, fine. You go to the person's in front of the guy's home. You protest. I would justify that and show that a city could combine. I could understand that, where a city could come together as one. Forget about if you were black, Filipina, Chinese, Asian. You go to the person's house, you protest and say, lives matter. Put those three SOBs in prison for killing somebody. Forget about their title. Yes, they are police officers. That was their life, that was their career, and they screwed it up. Simple as that. They messed up big time. You know, as a citizen, we have rules, we have regulations, and we have to abide though, abide by those rules and regulations. We need to protest the right way. Protesting should be done the right way, always. We all come as one and we fight for what had happened. That would be a little bit better. Actually, that would be a hell of a lot better than destroying people's homes, their lives. And other things. I could have dealt with a protest. I would have dealt with that. That would have been great. A protest. Let let's get our words out there. We all come as one. So that city should have just said, you know what? Let's do it the right way. Let's get everybody together. Let's protest. Let's not destroy buildings or throw garbage around or destroy the city. Let's not do none of that. Let's fight for that gentleman's name. Meaning, get those three people that did harm, that took the life of him. Let's protest. Let's protest the right way. Go to the city, go to, all as one, as a big community. Let's go with his family to respect the family. You just destroyed the memory of that guy. So now, anytime they hear this guy's name, they're going to talk about it just like this. And I know how it's going to end up like this because it's happened before with a few other people. I'm not going to even mention their names because it's just not, I'm not giving it no satisfaction. Okay? No satisfaction I'm giving them. But it has happened again. Protesting, burning down houses and throwing rocks, beating up individuals that had nothing to do with it, but it was justified because of the people thinking, oh, because it was a white cop, let's beat up every white person. Now, what if it was a black cop that had 200 pounds plus on the guy's neck? Let's switch it up a little bit. How would it happen? What would have been the outcome of that situation? Hmm. Let me think. Absolutely nothing. But maybe some of the Caucasian people would have done probably the same thing. But I think they would have probably wanted to keep that gentleman's name the right way. They would want to keep his name alive. How is burning hotels and buildings and doing riots and beating up people and throwing rocks at, cars, flipping them over? What? Uh, let's. I just don't get it. When things happen, things happen. But use as the people that destroyed the city just didn't put you just didn't keep his name alive. You just gave it a bad reputation. So when it's disgusting. Now you disrespected the family. Oh, just got a notification. Here we go. Minnesota governor calls National Guards for protests. So now you got the National Guards involved. That is disgusting. Now all of a sudden, I'm looking at a picture. And I'm going to show this picture because I want people to understand this picture. Okay? Now you tell me if this is justifiable in any way, shape, or form, and this is what you call accepted because of officers taking one person's life. I'm going to show you this picture. This is what you call thugs wanting to be thugs. This is people that just want to get free shit. They're not fighting for this guy. They're just doing it to make it look like they're doing it for this guy. So here we go. Look at the guy with a hammer. How is that protesting the guy's death? Look at all the other guys waiting to get the money. That's how is that helping keeping them, keeping that guy's man alive, his name alive? How? How is that keeping his name alive? No way, shape, or form that is helping the family. That is not helping the family at all. You are destroying that man's life, his name. You're destroying it because you want to be thugs so you can make money fast. Free money at that. You want to just, you want to destroy the guy's name. Hmm. I just don't understand that picture right there. It just shows you that people are just wanting to get free stuff. They're not protesting. That's not protesting. How is that protesting? Destroying a machine, trying to get the money out of that machine. How is that protesting? How? Can you please somebody tell me please? How is that protesting? How is that supposed to solve, you know, how is that supposed to help the families, you know, that gentleman's loved ones? How is that going to help them? It's not helping them. That is not helping. All right, Penice Habit. How is that? How is it? I just don't understand. Hello, Frank. So, all those people in that picture are not protesting. Those are the people that are destroying the city. Those are the people that are destroying that state's city and thinking it's cool. Oh, let me just go and destroy, maybe go into the store so I can maybe go get a 65-inch TV. Let me get some clothes. Let me get some, see if I can hit one of the registers, get some money, free money, and then brag about it on Facebook or whatever. And that would be cool to them. Yeah. Unbelievable. Hello, wins life in Alaska. That is just disgusting. Oh, we will. Just disgusting. Just it is. It's stupid. How is that helping the family? Because you're not helping the family. That is not helping the family of the loss of their loved one that had probably about 200 pounds on his neck. How is that being supportive? Being supportive is protesting the right way. Go to that police station, have signs, protest, scream lives matter. Scream that. Exactly, Frank. They are using it as an excuse to destroy the city. They want to loot and make money and steal and cause bigger problems. So how is that helping the family or even helping the one lost his life? Oh, let me go to the store, let me destroy it, let me do this, let me get some of this, some of this, some of this. How is that helping? Use the people that are destroying and looting, use our scumbags. Use our not worried about the guy that died, because you clearly in this picture that I just showed, how is that being justified as showing respect to that guy that had about 200 pounds on his neck? How is that being justified? How is that helping him now? That's helping you for putting money in your pocket and stealing. How is that being, being supportive to that gentleman? That's not being supportive. That's being stupid. And you just disrespected that guy. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. I wasn't going to talk about this at all. I said, I hope those people that did wrong and wasn't thinking about their badge and now was thinking about themselves, I hope you go to prison and be in there for life. Because you disrespected the badge, you disrespected your other brothers and sisters, you disrespected your families, you disrespected the city that put you with that badge. Okay? You disrespected them. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be disgusted with yourselves. Yous are cowards for thinking that because you have that badge, you could do whatever you want. Nope. Now, because of you three scumbags, I'm not going to even go after the police station. I'm not going after nobody else. I am going to talk straight to the okay to do what you did. I hope you rot in hell. You disrespected a whole city. You disrespected that whole state. For what? To get your thrills because you have your badge, thinking that you could get away with murder? When did you ever think for a second, I shouldn't be putting almost 200 pounds on a guy's neck? Let me maybe just, technically, you're not technically supposed to have your knee, okay? See, officer, you're not supposed to have your knee in the back of the guy's neck. You know how you're supposed to do it? You're technically supposed to have this part, okay? This part. Remember, officers, you three scumbags that started this shit. Technically, yous are supposed to have it right here, or if you have it here, it's supposed to be on the side. So, for an example, you three scumbags that you are supposed to. So if you see the guy's down already, he's not, he's got his handcuffs on. You could put it maybe on his, back here near his shoulder. You could do it under his armpit. He can't go nowhere. Or, you know how you could even put, when he's laying down and you're on one knee already, you could put your other knee close to, like, barely on his neck. There's tactics. But, I forgot. You don't need to do the tactics because you three scumbags wanted to do whatever you wanted to do. Now you have to pay for that situation. What's up, John? What's up, John Thomas? So, honestly, I hope yous rot in hell. I hope yous three scumbags go to prison for life. And like I said, I don't care what race you are. If anything would have happened to anybody else exactly the way you did it to that guy, trust me when I tell you, I would have still been calling them, whatever race he was, a scumbag. There's tactics. Where was the tactics in having 200 pounds on a gentleman's neck? That's not a tactic. If he was pretty much damn near already arrested, what the hell was the purpose of you putting all your weight on somebody's neck? Then hearing it, because damn near I heard it, clear as day I heard that. And the people further away even heard it. So how didn't you hear it, you three scumbags? I told you, I said it before. If you cannot handle your job, and if you have a particular job that is like a police officer, firefighter, EMT, lawyer, doctor, nurse, what I do in a warehouse, if you cannot handle that job, you are able to always be able to go to your supervisor and just say, you know what? I need to talk to you. I can't do this job no more. That's being a man. I've done it before. Saying I can't take it no more. I'm done. It's not worth it. I've been talking about this whole situation for a whole hour already. And I told myself I was not going to talk about it at all. At all. The only thing I did say was I hope those two SOBs rot in hell and die in prison. I don't care if the title is out the door. After you did that situation, the title is out the door. You are no longer a police officer after you do something like that. That title is gone. I don't care if you were a damn doctor, lawyer. If you did something like that and you killed somebody like that, your title is out the door. I don't care what you are. It's called freedom of speech. And how I'm telling you is, I hope you rot in hell. I don't talk about like this to anybody. 365 yard care. Hello. But it's disgusting. Straight disgusting. And I hope yous get punished. I hope yous go for a long time in prison. Don't get a lawyer. Be a man. Take the punishment as a man. Because of your use 3 individuals, you started something that the stupid ass thugs was just waiting for something like that to happen. So they could do whatever they want to do and, burn things and, steal money, merchandise. And they were waiting for you to do something stupid. And you did. You were just stupid enough to do something that stupid. They were just waiting. Just like any other stupid time that somebody wanted to be that stupid. It's like it is unbelievable. It's like putting a little, we'll say it like this. It's like putting a friggin' donut right in your face, okay? And swinging it back and forth, swinging it back and forth. And maybe you're hungry. You took the bait. You literally took the bait. So you hurried up and grabbed the donut and you ate it. You fell for it. Now you have the thugs with the fishing pole with a donut. You ate it, and now look what you did. You started a war that didn't even have to happen. Because I know, as the few videos I saw yesterday, and then all of a sudden I see the few lives today, that guy wasn't even moving. He wasn't fighting. He was already probably handcuffed. So what was the sense of having your weight on the back of the guy's neck? Let me do that to you, scumbag. Let me do that to you and let's see what happens. But unfortunately, you did it to somebody. You took his life. You had 2 other people with you that you took their lives away from them because you hid behind your badge thinking that you could get away with anything. You're a scumbag and you're a coward. Unbelievable. Now we have to deal with now more scumbags because those people are scumbags too. You want to know why they're scumbags? Those people are scumbags because, like I showed in the picture, those are scumbags. They want to get money easy. They want to steal, take everything. Them are scumbags. They think it's okay. Those scumbags need to be put in jail too. Hey, Because the way I see it now is eye for an eye. Of course. So because you did something stupid, okay, you did something stupid. Now you have the scumbags that had the fishing pole with the donut. You fell for it. You ate it. Now the scumbags are doing what they are doing. Now you have these scumbags destroying property. Probably that hotel that they friggin' burnt down. You never know. There might have been people living in that, staying in that hotel. I forgot. Wait a minute. Is it legal to burn down buildings or start riots or any type of criminal activity? I know in every single state it's different laws, but I know looting, arson, possibly, let's put even murder, home invasion now because you broke into somebody's house, you want to burn that. Now the people weren't able to get their animals out of their house or one of their family members. Now that scumbag is a murderer. Guess what? If there were people in that hotel, I hope to God they get that scumbag, put him in prison for the rest of his life, and go on death row, just like these three other individuals are hoping that's where they should go. Disgusted. You destroy a city for what? Where is the justice in that? There is definitely no justice there. I don't see it. Don't see the justice in any type of arson, looting. I don't see the justice in that individual that died. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, let me just clarify. Wait a minute. I think I know what it is. Oh, because that individual lost his life. Oh, shoot. Let's hurry up and go steal because for him. Let's show these stores and hotels we're doing it for that guy. Let's show him. Let's show the guy that we got his back. To those thugs, assholes, you could say. Gotta think a little bit deeper than that. What would have been the smart thing for you, stupid asses, should have been protesting in front of the police station until let me say the words again, until those officers were put in prison or in jail. That would have been the right thing to do. If you were a thug, whatever, that would have been a smart thing to do. That would have been the best thing to do. Everybody, you could have said, everybody, I want these guys, these SOBs in prison, da 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 da. Let's protest. But we're not going to burn nothing down. We're going to show to this gentleman that died, lost his life because these three scumbags didn't want to do their job correctly. Simple facts. You, as the people, could have grabbed the whole community as one. Go to that police station where them scumbags were and do it the right way. The right way. And like I said before, I am sorry to that gentleman that lost his life because of those three scumbags. I'm sorry to his family that them three scumbags couldn't do their job correctly. I am sorry. I want everybody to, share this because this is knowledge. This is common sense. Burning hotels, burning gas stations, burning this, burning that. How is that helping the situation at all? The best way, exactly. The best way it could have been done was let's go to the White House as one, regardless of race, religion, or anything. We could have came as one. All of us would have been walking down to the White House and protesting to get those three scumbags in prison for life or even death row. But you want to vandalize, you want to do this, you want to do that. There's no justice. You just disrespected the family. You disrespected the man that had to deal with that scumbag on the back of his neck. It's not an eye for an eye. That's not how it's supposed to be. There's laws, there's regulations. What would have been smart if you would have stayed in school maybe and not be stupid and thinking that, oh, I'm gonna hang out with my boys and I'm gonna be a follower. Follower. There's another one. Now you have all the young kids coming in and want to protest, but then they want to start wearing the masks and throw rocks at cars, flipping cars over, burning them. Where's the justice? What's that gonna do for? Is that supposed to put the three SOBs in prison? Flipping a car over, throwing rocks, kicking it, burning it. Is that gonna help anything? No. Duh. Seriously? Seriously. Is that gonna do anything for this gentleman that lost his life? Is that gonna help him at all? Nope. It's not gonna help his family. It's not gonna help nothing. You just made it 10 times worse. Who started it was the three scumbags. And you want to riot, loot, destroy businesses that had nothing to do with it, but you're saying that's justified. People need to learn to do things the right way. Sickening. Sickening. And I'll say it again to the family. I am sorry that the SOBs, okay? I am sorry that these SOBs didn't do their job correctly. I'm sorry that they had bad intentions. I'm sorry that that station had some bad apples. And I don't know anything of that state, but you call them the bad apples. Maybe there's a few more in there. Maybe they need to go get reevaluated. Like I said before, if you can't handle your job, you go to that supervisor, tell them, here's my badge, here's my gun, I'm done. I can't do it no more. Judgments, look at that, over $20. You have to judge, make decisions. Did I really have to put my all my weight on the guy's back of the guy's neck and say that was justified of over $20? But I sure in the hell seen a lot of people doing this. Seen a lot of people. Seen a lot of people, but it wasn't helping the guy. You could have been calling 911 instead of the idiots on their phones recording. You could have been calling 911 and saying, look, the tactics that they're using are illegal. They're roughing up the gentleman. They got their neck, their knees in the back of his neck. Send me another officer here ASAP, or even a supervisor. That's what should have happened. I did not hear one of them ass clowns with the camera phones and da da. Oh yeah, look at this, look at this, look at the brutality, da da. Oh, because he's black. That person doing all that recording should go to jail as well for possibly a misdemeanor. How about that one? Now people would be pissed off at me at that one. Why should I go to jail because I recorded it and not? Did you call the police again? No, I want it. Did you call the police? No. Why not? Because I was recording it. Seriously? You could have been calling the police, telling them that the officers are not using proper tactics and that you need to see a supervisor here ASAP. Because if something happens to that gentleman, you, as the individual, now you can have a lawyer. Now the family has proof that you called an individual called 911 requesting a supervisor because that officer was using improper tactics. You could have saved his life. Right? That person could have saved his life. But nope. Oh, how is that going to stop the officer from getting his knee off of the guy's neck? Not one bit. Only thing you have to do nine one one. Nine 911. You could have stopped recording. You could have called 911, get the supervisor there, and possibly save his life. But you didn't. You just rather record the video, make a video of watching the gentleman die, and then all of a sudden you get people like this. Listen now, everybody. Listen. Just listen.
No way. So it goes to like low income people, medium income people.
Let me see.
So to our viewers, I'm speaking with a gentleman here who tells me that the building we see was intended to be affordable housing for low income Minnesotans. That effort is now quite literally going up in smoke. Low income and income, full income. That's a shame. That's a shame.
So scumbags wanted to destroy that.
Yeah. But that fire started recently too. The wind is burning.
Low income housings. Was that was there any protesting in front of the police station? Probably not. No, but let's destroy our city. Let's destroy our name. Let's put a reputation on our state, on that state. Yeah, I got the notification, John. Disgusting. Disgusting. It should have been. So now, all of a sudden, this is how it's going to probably go down. And I already know it's going to go down like this. If it doesn't go down like this, I will be shocked. The family of that deceased gentleman that shouldn't have died will have to go on news and tell people to stop looting and rioting and so on and so forth. But even if people were there, they still did it the wrong way. You see what I'm saying? The right way should have been you protest the right way. You fight for the rights to be in play. Guy lost his life because of 3 scumbags. Those 3 scumbags need to be put in jail. And I would have been happy. After they got into the jail, those 3 scumbags better be ready for that punishment that would have been deserved. That punishment would have been possibly life in prison without the chance of parole, or the death penalty. I would have said eye for an eye. You killed a man just because of your you want to be fun. It would be cool to kill somebody. Well, guess what? Now it's your turn. And like I said, I am not hating officers because I've dealt with some scumbag officers in my life, and that's what is called the bad apples. They make the title of a police officer a bad name. So after you do something so stupid and disgusting, like putting the actions that you take that are not tactics or not the right way, your title should be taken away from you. Yeah, I remember that too. Like I said, thanks you three scumbags for having that that donut dangling in your face, and you took the bait. You idiots. You're supposed to do your job and nothing more and nothing less. You remember your oath. You put your hand up, you do the oath, and you promise to obey the laws and procedures and such and such and such. Yous agree to that. If yous cannot do your job, give up that badge. Simple as that. Don't let your manhood bother you. Forget about that. I would have been happy enough for you to give your badge to your supervisor and say, I can't do the job properly because I feel this type of way about any type of race. I would have shooken your hand and said, you did the right thing. Now your head could stand up high. You could go for a different career and not mess up your career, not mess up your family's life and safety now. You're, you just threw that all out the door for your satisfaction because you have had that badge and thought you could do whatever you want to do. You thought that was a proper tactic. Been on this for an hour and 30 minutes talking about this. Unbelievable. You want me to call them?
Let's punch out.
Okay, you want me to call them?
No, my aunt was. She said she will pick you up. Huh?
Really? What time are you coming here tomorrow?
Say it again.
What time are you coming here tomorrow?
11.
Huh?
Back in.
So
What?
I said, what time are you coming here tomorrow? You
No,
said
I'm out for.
okay, so 4:30 get the bus, I'll meet you. And I'll meet you.
Okay.
Can you text me when you get home, please?
Huh?
Text me when you get home or when your aunt gets there.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, love you.
well.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
So it's been an hour and 30 minutes talking about how the funny thing was I wasn't gonna even, talk about this. I really wasn't gonna even. I just wasn't gonna even get involved with it because just like many other times I said I'm not gonna get involved with it. But then something just was eating at me and eating at me, saying, maybe Jay, maybe you could be the one to maybe spit some logic, maybe to spit some knowledge into the situation. Maybe you could probably put in, give it a little light. Because they're not helping at all. They're really not. And I wanted it to hurry up and end. And you know, even if I was just the average Joe and I would have said, you know what, let me just do a video and just say what I feel. And hey, if I got people to watch it, maybe I did something. But I just cannot believe people will go to that type of situation and destroy a whole city or a block or a few blocks for absolutely no reason. It's no reason. I would have rather have, those people protest that prison, that jail, get the mayor involved, the governor, maybe even the president. If they would have done it just the right way, one time, just one time, just like with Martin Luther King, or like you said, John, everybody came as one, and look what happened. A lot of things happened. A lot of voices were heard. But we have people following the thugs, the criminals. And those people are just feeding that BS to the young generation. And then all of a sudden, now they destroyed their lives. Because after you pick up one rock and throw it at a police car, that is an assault with a deadly weapon. So remember, everybody, people don't think cameras do not lie when it shows your face. So people don't think that news people have drones. Drones have what? Cameras. Drones could zoom in and see your face. Videos that are recorded, there's proof. I just don't understand how people are not thinking with their heads to do it the right way. Disgusting. Disgusting. So now that's off my chest somewhat. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Thank yous for coming. Thank yous for listening to me babbling on and on and on about it. But I am grateful that yous showed up. I am very blessed that yous are here. Bill, what's going on, brother? Um, I'm doing all right. So, honestly, today, like I said, today I wasn't going to talk about, you know, what's going on and seeing what I saw and the videos that I saw. Just made me so upset that my people, meaning you could be black, white, Caucasian, Filipino, Filipina, um, Australian, England, I don't care. Everybody is my people. I wished everybody in this world would think with their heads and do things the right way. When it comes down to somebody passing away because of and that's, just somebody stupid, not thinking with their heads and is thinking they could hide behind a badge or any type of title. I just wish everybody would think before doing something that could destroy your lives. Like I said, cameras don't lie. The funny thing about that one is too. Here's the best thing, and everybody, I'm gonna make y'all laugh. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna make you laugh too, Yard Care. I'm gonna make you laugh. Here we go. All those cameras run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you rob, when you break into we'll say a Target or a Walmart or a Stop and Shop, cameras run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's not the funnier part. That's not even the funniest thing about it. It doesn't stay in that one particular store. It goes to home office that is 1,000+ miles away. And it's stored, saved on hard drives for a certain length of time. Yes. So if they want, and they will, all those wonderful people that wanted to, destroy, Target, best believe yous are going to be going to jail. And I cannot wait to hear about that. You steal something from Walmart, best believe, this is proof, best believe, if one individual gets caught stealing in the company of Walmart, it goes to home office. Home office will spread it out to the other stores that are locally in other states, possibly. They make it worldwide. It is. So if they would have went into a Walmart, destroyed the Walmart, this will be, even though it's covered, this right here is only what they need. They'll get your height, they'll guess your weight, and best believe they will, I will repeat this clearly, they will find out who you are. Hands down. Hands down. How do I know that? Not many people know this in YouTube world. I used to be a supervisor for a Walmart, for actually 2 Walmarts. I used to be a CSM. A CSM is a customer service manager. I used to run, 16 registers, or like 16 registers. I used to deal with cash all the time. I used to have my own till. I used to, if my cashiers needed, singles, quarters, dimes, nickels, you name it, I was the one handing it to them. I would go up to them, take the money that they want to give me. Okay, you need, quarters. Okay, $10, boom, boom, whatever. I used to work for that. I used to do that. I used to love doing it. I used to love being around customers. Then, all of a sudden, went through a divorce, went to another Walmart, was a sporting goods associate. Like I just said, I was supervisor for twice. Became a sporting goods associate, dealt with ammo and name it, for anything that dealt with sporting goods. I dealt with it. Then all of a sudden got promoted to team leader. A team leader is a person that deals with all the merchandise in the back room, shipping and receiving supervisor, you could say. I used to deal with probably about $2 to $3 million worth of freight, roughly. Some at times, Black Friday came around, I was definitely looking at almost $3 to $4 million of merchandise. That's not including, okay, I wasn't just worried about the back room. I was worried about the sales floor. So I used to have to deal with the merchandise on the sales floor as well, because if anything was out, my associates would have to go through the inventory. It would come up with numbers. Boop. It would go into the system. Oh, This is low. You have to go find it in this shelf, get it, put it in that other, that empty spot on the sales floor. That was my position. That's what I've done for many years. Almost, actually, we'll say 7 years on a dot. That's what I did. Then all of a sudden, I won't say, but unfortunately, the store manager, that I had knew that he knew I could do it. But then that supervisor unfortunately had to step down because of the district manager wasn't really liking him too much. Brought another, store manager in, and that store manager was a SOB as well. Very disrespectful, destroyed a lot of families, destroyed my life a little bit, you could say. He had me set up. He had his assistant manager set me up. And now all of a sudden, the funny thing about it is this is, not really funny, but it is funny. That saying, God doesn't like ugly? Or you do wrong, something's going to bite you in your ass? Well, it sure did. It bit him in his ass 20 folds. I've seen him set people up to where he physically lied on the write-ups of these individuals, saying that they weren't doing their jobs correctly. I've seen it. I was around it. But that scumbag, and I'll tell you, he is a scumbag and he still will always be a scumbag. But here's the funny part about it. That scumbag, because like I said, God doesn't like ugly. After ruining probably a good 10 people's lives plus, and including myself, because there was people in there for like 16 to 19 years with that store. Okay? I was pushing for 7 years. I would have still probably been with that company to this day if that scumbag didn't mess with me. Because he didn't like me. For what reason? I don't know, don't really care. And honestly, he paid his debt, you could say. And how he paid his debt? Well, the funny thing was, first, after he did that to me, after he got one associate fired that I was really cool with, the same day that he fired me. And it was at nighttime. So all of a sudden, this particular store manager was going through all of a sudden a divorce after probably within about 2-3 years. All of a sudden, that store manager was going through a divorce out of nowhere because his wife wanted to cheat on him. And like I said, God doesn't like ugly. Then all of a sudden, because like I said again, he ruined a lot of people's lives and lied on a lot of things to the district manager. The district manager believed him because he was the store manager of the store. But found out after he was going through his divorce, then the divorce happened. Then all of a sudden, like I said again, God doesn't like ugly. he ended up having cancer. I never wish nothing bad on anybody ever. Never. I would never wish anybody's health, anything of the sort. But that day when I found out that that person ended up having cancer, one of those associates came up to me that saw me on the street and was like, "Oh, yeah, this person got cancer now." I looked at that person and I said, "I don't really care what he has. He destroyed my life and he destroyed many other people's lives. So good for him." And like I said to that particular individual, I said, "Tell him God doesn't like ugly." And tell him who said that. I said, "Remember, you mentioned my name." So he knows that I know what he did was wrong and false. So he could remember me. And that would haunt him for the rest of his life and the other people's lives that he ruined. All of a sudden, probably about another year goes by. All of a sudden, I seen another individual out of nowhere. "Oh, hey, how you doing? Da, da. Oh, did you hear about this one?" Who? Because, I don't, if I leave a company or something, I don't care about what's going on in that company. I could care less. But all of a sudden, I said, "Yeah, so what? Like, it is what it is." Oh, oh, but he died. Sorry to hear that. But actually, then I said, if you go to his funeral, just tell him God doesn't like ugly. Per me. So even though he's laying in that casket, you tell him God doesn't like ugly. And put my name in that as well. That individual actually looked at me and was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be like that. He was a good guy." He was. What about all the people that he destroyed their lives? They're people that were in the company 16, 17, 18 years in the company. Was making okay money. I was going to be in the company for literally that day was 7 years, and it was actually 7 years on the dot. And he destroyed me. I was making decent money. I worked hard. Anything that the department managers needed, they come to me. My associates, they didn't like me. They were not supposed to like me. I'm doing my job. You need to do your job. But I respected them. I didn't come off as a, SOB or any other, scumbag, name it, whatever. I told them, listen, this is the way to do it. We bust our butts early in the morning. By after lunchtime, it's going to be easy. We can just procrastinate. If we get 100 down the line on that Telzon, 100%, everything gone. Telzon's empty. I would buy you pizza. I don't have to do all that. But if you work with me as a team, trust me, you'll get rewarded. That's how I was. So any department manager come at me and say, "Oh, I need this," or the system manager, I got it. Let me know. Give me the numbers. Boom, boom, boom. Put it through the tells on. Boom, boom. Okay. Get it to you as soon as possible. Early at that. Before break time, our first break, I would have pretty much almost like 10 to 15 carriages just full of, some things, and it would get pushed or given to department managers, and they would have to put their stuff up, or sometimes I would let one of my associates do it. But you had to remember, in the back room there was bins. Of course, not everybody's perfect, but of course, third shift associates had some of them written up. I even had to fire one of them because of putting incorrect numbers, and I was doing my job. It's my job on the line as well as your job is on the line. I wasn't going to lose my job because of you're not doing your job correctly. You were in the company for probably about 10 plus years. Me, hey, but I knew this. I knew the company. Any store that I was going to, I even went to a store in New York, and I was only, mind you, I was only an associate, not even a supervisor yet. But the assistant manager, okay, and his associate behind, below him, right below him, he was another supervisor. So I had two supervisors. Literally gave me the chance to run another store's shipping and receiving. And that acting supervisor was like, Jason, I need all this stuff from the top off and out of these bins within 45 minutes. Me as an associate, and all of a sudden he goes, now you have to take charge. He pushed open the doors and he points up at the top of the bins. So all those pallets had to come down in 45 minutes and sent to the sales floor. Then on top of it, I had to have associates stop with the trucks to help push these pallets to the floor and get a truck and a half done in less than 2 hours. Yes. He said, now this is your back room. This is your responsibility. Now take charge. That store manager in that location looks at me, goes, can you handle it? I said, I looked at him, and I remember this clearly. I looked at him. I said, you have nothing to worry about. But if I get it done, things are going to change. And he goes, what do you mean by that? I said, watch and see. Okay. Shook my hand, says, good luck. Guess what? 45 minutes later, all the steel up on top had no pallets. I had people moving so fast, I almost got ran over like 3 times because of like a few associates rushing. I was doing my job. Then all of a sudden, he comes back in. The acting supervisor and the store manager came and goes, where's the pallets? They're already on the floor. But he was like, but Jay, we still got a truck and a half to do. I said, don't worry about nothing. We're going to be here. Watch and learn. That's how I put it to that store manager. Watch and learn. The acting supervisor looks at me and goes, Jay, you you pick one other person and you do what you want to do. I said, okay. He knew how I could throw a truck. I could actually throw a truck, empty that truck. That could be a 23 to a 2400 piece truck. I could empty that truck in less than an hour tops, hour and 15 minutes, maybe give or take. Hour and 15 minutes per truck, depending. Because I know I used to be the man to throw the truck. I used to be the beast. The belt was always full. There was times when I was like, oh my God, sitting in the truck for almost, seemed like forever. And when it finally went down halfway, it was already full. So I done all that stuff. Unloading trucks. I was doing it all. I had a team. But that particular time and, what's going on, it was myself and one of my close friends. I said, listen, I'll throw the truck. You push the belt. You push all that freight down the belt. Give me space. Hand merchandise to the associate. Put it so they can put it on the pallet. Let's get this. I want this belt always damn near empty so I could keep on going. He says, I got you. That day went by so fast, we finished both them trucks within 2 hours. 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes. 2 trucks, truck and a half. Right? So after they were done with the trucks, 2 associates were like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, we should do it like this. And the funny thing, I remember to this day that the associate, because he was always trying to give me advice. And like, if everybody knows that saying of, not to kiss my ass, well, he was that one, always trying to kiss my ass. And I told him, please, can you remove your lips off my ass because I know what I'm doing. But I do need you to do is grab a pallet jack and help your team empty this back room. He didn't like that too much. Store manager did. He said, thank you for actually having that particular individual work because he was always complaining. But for me, because I knew his lips were on my ass pretty much, I had to tell him to remove his lips off my ass and to do some work. But remember, I was only an associate at that time. Yeah. So then all of a sudden, the next night I come in, the acting store manager was already at that store. He goes, Jay, I am so pissed right now. Go handle your back room ASAP. He says, have a meeting with them, do whatever you need to do. You have 2 hours to finish those 2 trucks. He was like, matter of fact, you have only 1 hour and 40 minutes to finish those trucks. And I want everything out of that receiving room. Get your partner, handle it ASAP. I looked at him, and of course, I always have confidence. And I always had confidence. when it came down to what I know and how to work and what I did. So I said, I got you. I'll take care of it. Hey, everybody. So I go into my receiving, they called in my receiving room. I go in there with my partner on my side. I said, and I yelled, stop. They turned, and two of the associates, young kids, was like, oh no, he is going to be pissed. He knew I was going to be pissed just because of my face expressions, knew that what I expected from the previous meeting that we had with them, that I was going to be pissed. I go in there, I respect everybody. I said, everybody get out of the truck. Oh, but we got to do this truck. I said, get out of the truck. No, I'm going to throw the truck. I said, get out of the truck. We're having a meeting right now. He puts his head down, walks out of the truck with his partner, taking their time. I said, a little bit faster. Remember yesterday? That's how I want you to move. I look in the truck. It is 3/4 still full truck. They just literally emptied the back room. Shipping, receiving, pallets all over the floor. They're there. They're on the floor now, on the sales floor. I literally had a meeting with them. My partner was like, we just had a meeting yesterday, guys. Look at Jason's face. What's Jason thinking right about now? That same person that had his lips on my ass was like, oh, he doesn't look too happy, but this, that. Just stop. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't like excuses. Excuses are just pointless. So, of course, I said the setup is all wrong, yet again. And the two people that are in the truck are too damn slow. I said, listen, just what I'm doing right now. Listen, tomorrow's going to be a new day. Tomorrow night's going to be a new day. I need two people to throw the trucks. And they better be done when I get here. I'm not going to tell you what time I'm going to come, but those trucks better be damn near finished. All of a sudden, these two kids, young kids, they were probably like 18, 19 years old, said, we'll do it. I said, what? I said, you're telling me that you're going to finish two trucks before I get here. And I gave one of them the time that I was going to come in. The other one didn't know. He looks at me and goes, Jay, I can do it. Okay. Prove to me right now you get two other people. So it'll be you, two other people, and one extra person. I'll give you an extra person. I need all these full pallets to the floor now. Somebody else grab empty pallets and fill the empty spaces. So you could fill another pallet. I said, matter of fact, the two people that were on the truck, put the pallets where the empty spots are. And I need everybody to grab a department title, department number. Pick a pallet that you're going to grab and fill. That's going to be your department. Of course, the two people that were the slowest said, "Oh, these are too heavy. I can't work in this department." Okay, we'll put you in cosmetics then. We'll let you deal with the cosmetic stuff. They didn't like that too much. So they had to deal with the tampons and everything else. Hey, it is what it is. You don't want to lift up heavy stuff? Okay, I got a perfect job for you. But then all of a sudden his mindset had to change. Oh, I want to do automotive. Oh, that's a hard department. That's a lot of heavy lifting. Oh, I'll do it. Okay. Give you that chance. So of course myself and my partner did those trucks within like an hour and I think it was like an hour and 40 minutes. Two trucks, supervisors, the acting supervisor and the store manager came in, looked, and was like, "Where the hell is everything? The truck's empty? Yeah, the trucks are done. Who threw them?" Okay. I said, "But tomorrow I'm not. And the day after that, I'm not." No, 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 no. You pick two guys that could throw the trucks. I already picked them. Oh, you did? Let's bring them to the office. Let's talk to them. And that's what we did. Store manager patted me on my back, said thank you, good job. And I did that those two to three times I did that of throwing them trucks. Less than 2 hours. At least. So all of a sudden the next day comes, the next night I come in. I had that gut feeling that the trucks weren't empty. I had it, I don't know. I just had that gut feeling. And all of a sudden, I friggin' people are like plowing through the doors. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? People are like going crazy. Pallets. I mean, I had my unloaders going crazy fast. The people that stock the shelves, after the unloaders, were even going crazy. They were complaining they didn't even have enough room for to move around in their departments. So when I finally went through them sliding, the swinging doors, all of a sudden, those two individuals came up to me and was like, "Jay, trucks are done." I said, "No way in hell them trucks are done. It's impossible." He's like, "No, these are like had like 10 pallets in there left." I said, "There's no way them trucks are done." Because I knew one of them was like a 2300 and the other one was like almost a 1900. He goes, "Nope, both trucks are empty." I said, "So everything out of the trucks are literally empty?" That young kid looks at me and goes, "Everything is out of the trucks. Got one pallet in there. There's a kid in there right now about to pull it out. And here comes that one last pallet coming out of that truck." I looked at the two, shook at their hands, said, "Tomorrow, lunch is on me. Or dinner." So all of a sudden, they thought I was bullshitting. What did I bring? I saw the pizza place that was around the corner. I told, the guy, "Hey, let's go get some pizzas. Go bring it to, work." They deserve it. And that's what I did. I said, "This is what I need you to do all the time to make your store number one. Take pride in your home. This is your home." And I still, like I said, I was still just a regular associate. But I had everybody listening to me. I had the unloaders and the stockers for third shift listening to me. The assistant managers try to bark some, rules to me. Went straight to the store manager. I said, you need to talk to, your assistant manager because it's not good. Told him the situation. That assistant manager went into the office. Store manager took care of that and said, that is Jason's domain. Don't go back there and bother him while he's doing his job. I even had to fire 5 people or be involved with at least 5 people getting fired from that particular store. In total, out of that store, there was 23 or 24 associates that were physically fired from that particular store. And that was only because they were being spiteful, destroying what we, the group, because the group were from other stores. So our group from Connecticut, because we were Connecticut, they called us the Connecticut group. And they didn't like us too much because we were from Connecticut. And we put them to shame. Department managers, we had department managers walking out saying they should be able to wear anything they want. Anything. That wasn't going to go down. If we have to wear the stuff that we're supposed to wear, you need to wear the stuff. Dress code. It's all about dress code. Trust me when I tell you. And I was involved with at least 5 individuals getting fired. One of them was actually a third shift associate, came in, left pallets and garbage right where I just cleaned, not even 10 minutes prior. And he told me he was not going to do absolutely nothing. He was not going to move them. He wasn't going to pick up the trash that was on the floor. He was not going to listen to a person from Connecticut. And I showed him the wrath of me. I said, well, that's fine. You don't want to listen to me because I am now the acting supervisor for the back room. So you are being disrespectful. You spit in my face pretty much because you were in my face. You lucky I didn't hit you. But the best part was I'm going to get somebody that's going to do something about it. Got on the walkie. Store manager was there every single night. Anytime we were there, he was there. Store manager comes in the back. I said, this individual is being very disrespectful, telling me he's not going to listen to anybody from Connecticut, and he's pretty much spitting in my face. He snapped his neck so fast and told him he better get to the effing office right now. I looked at him, I shrugged my shoulders, and I just followed. The store manager said to me, Jason, what do you want to do with him? I have a heart. I said to the individual, don't you ever do that to me again, because you would have been on your back. Hey, Scott, but you're going to respect me as an individual. You're going to respect me as who I am. I respect you. You respect me. And that kind of like spitting in my face won't ever happen again. But you're going to go back to work and you're going to pick up your mess you made. and breaks are only 15 minutes long. So technically, I could get you fired for stealing company time. The store manager looked at me and goes, "Are you sure that you want to keep him? Do you think he's good?" I said, "Yeah, he made a mistake." Store manager looked at me, told the individual, "I think you should shake Jason's hand because he just saved your ass. He saved your job because I was about to fire your ass." He shook my hand, said he was sorry, back to work. No hard feelings. But like I said, there was 5 individuals. And trust me, those 5 individuals, they were out the door. The one that was puckering up and kissing my ass, gone. The reason why? Because he told me after 2 weeks of being around me, he was like, "I'm not going to be dealing with an asshole from Connecticut to boss me around." The funny thing was, I was never really bossing him around. I was the acting supervisor. So, like I said, I signed papers as the regular associate that I was. I signed papers of those people that got fired. The 2 individuals that were surprising me with the unloading of the trucks, I went to the store manager and I told the store manager to pull these 2 in the office, promote them to my team, and so on and so forth. And those 2 were going to be, at least one was going to be a supervisor and the other one was going to be his right hand man, pretty much. Store manager looked at me and was like, "Serious?" I am dead serious. For a whole week, I was coming into that place on, third shift. Trust me, they made a lot of people look like fools. Those 2 individuals became supervisors. One was like, "Oh, I don't want to be really a supervisor. I'll be his right hand man, but I'll take, whatever." They gave him a title. So one was the title of the unloading. He was responsible for getting the trucks unloaded. So they put technically 2 supervisors as 2, head unloader people, individuals, and they got titles just because of what I said. So all of a sudden they were like, "Oh man," for like 2, 3 days, I was like doing nothing. I was walking around the store being bored. Then all of a sudden, one of them ended up being a department manager. The other one wanted to stay as the supervisor of the back room, and he did. To this day, I don't know about them now because I haven't been with that company for a while. But truth be told, they probably are still with the company or started their new lives. But like I said, I used to work for that company, and now it's a shit box, pretty much. But it is what it is. It's when people have to move on. But, geez. But yeah, I can't believe today How's everybody? I see Scott Expat in the Philippines. What's going on? Our Mindoro journey. What's up? Mylene, hello. Rico Cinto, Mr. Guapo, hello, hello. The Philippines for us, hello. Magandang umaga. 365 yard care, hello. John Thomas, what's going on, brother? Jane's husband, hello, hello. Bill Prout, what's going on, brother? Telling you, things like that is common in that company. Trust me when I tell you. Spoken YouTuber, hello, long time no see. How you doing? American Life in the American Life in the Philippines World Network. Hello. Ange, hello, welcome, welcome. Nice Habit, hello. I know a lot of these people are probably not here now. Frank Evans, hello. Welcome to my channel. Wins Life in Alaska, hello. Thank you for coming. Ruby's Life in Oregon, hello, hello. Kimberly Lynn, hello, how you doing? That was from earlier. Nice Habit. Mylene Rocca, hello. So, yeah, this was a totally different live, and had to get a lot off my chest for like an hour and some change. Hour and 30 minutes. And give or take about an hour. An hour just on what you call it. Newfoundlander, hello. You know, but I kind of wanted to, get things off my chest because how I felt about a certain particular situation. Hello, Arlene. Magandang umaga. So, like I said, today was totally different, but I had to get it off my chest. And I really wanted to, let it be known how I really feel and how it should be really happening. So, everybody, I want to thank everybody so much for listening to me babble for like an hour and a half of the beginning of, my time, and oh, okay, so I kind of wanted to voice my opinion about this whole thing. Yeah, there's some people I don't even see their texts, so I just want to say hello and thank you for coming in and listening to me babbling on about this whole situation that was going on. And then all of a sudden, me talking about, a few companies that I had worked with and how they treated people, and that's the truth. So, everybody, I'm about to get off this. I got to go get something to eat. I'm like starving. Friday, we are going to do a live. Please, everybody, if you could, go to my playlists. If you could watch one or two of my, videos, I would greatly appreciate it. Or um, do whatever you want. It would be really, great. Like I said, I am at my watch time hours. I'm literally at 850 watch time hours and left. So I only need 850 watch time hours. So if I could get everybody to watch a few of my videos on my playlists, I would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, um, tomorrow I'm going to do a live with Luan. So trust me when I tell you, we are going to do a StreamYard. I'm going to be looking into StreamYard and updating that as well, maybe tomorrow. So there's going to be new things on StreamYard possibly. Thank you. So everybody, thank you so much. God bless. I will see you tomorrow on live on StreamYard. Hopefully y'all could come, join, have a good time, and we can have fun, great conversations, and catch up on lost time. So everybody, God bless. Peace. Bye everybody. Ricky, bye.